In between the cities of Dallas and Fort Worth, it's Arlington, Texas, host to the grand mecca of football, AT&T Stadium, the home of the Cowboys. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Houston Texans and the Dallas Cowboys.
The kickoff for Houston.
Mike Tirico, my partner Greg Olson, set to bring this to you. Kaimi Fairbairn getting this one started. And off we go from Arlington. And this will not be returned. It's an opening touchback.
Okay, break.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Complete. 70 Timberwolves. Ready.
On the play fake, it's Milton. That's complete to Devontae Turpin. And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line.
That's good for a Cowboys.
Terrific start to this drive. Gain of 23 and a first down
at the 42-yard line.
Just a really nice, simple play design. Just get the ball to one of your playmakers on an underneath crossing route, and he does the rest to secure a nice gain. That's just good, simple execution.
They're going to run it. This is Phil Moffa. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup
The
of
tackle
5.
made at the 36-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 4.
Let's go. Go.
Off the bootleg, it's Milton. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. He didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
Here's a 3rd down and 4.
Let's go now. 60 Bison, 60 Bison, 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Check go.
The RPO, that one is complete. And now where will they mark on it? Looks like it's a little bit short.
Complete
despite
to
about
Jake
the length of the
Ferguson.
football. So
A
decision
4-yard
time
gain
coming up.
brings up
It's 4th
4th down and less than a
The initial
yard.
reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the 1st down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is, because they've already decided they're going to go for it on 4th down.
What a call on this opening drive. They're going to go for it on 4th down.
Cowboy 80. Viking 18.
He's checking. Crash.
70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Ready?
From the shotgun, a throw from Milton. He's got his tight end. That's Ferguson. And he's in. Jake Ferguson. Touchdown, Dallas. It's his 3rd touchdown catch of this year. Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. His kick is good. Cowboys will take a 7-0 lead.
Cowboys 7, Texans nothing. Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Here's Tremon Smith on the return. He'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
We'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10.
Already.
First carry for Joe Mixon. He managed to get 2, maybe 3 on that carry. DeMarvion Overshown there on the tackle.
4 yards on the pickup.
From the 25,
2nd and
here's
6.
2nd and 6.
At 18. That's it.
Again, they'll give it to Mixon. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
So there's multiple factors, Mike, that make blitzes successful. So, of course, there's the initial design. Can you attack the vulnerabilities of the offense's blocking scheme? And then in this case, the next phase is the timing. You can see this linebacker knew exactly what...
The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
C.J. Stroud
Sacks are drive killers. There is no greater correlation between a defense getting off the field and the ability to rush the quarterback. And when they come on third down, that number just goes up.
And we will not see a return on this
The
one,
Cowboys take over
as
first
it will
and
be
10
marked down.
at their own 42-yard line.
First carry now for Jaden Blue. And he'll get forward for a
Jaden
couple.
Blue, the ball
It's
carrier.
second down.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Hold it ready. 79 Brook. Nixon Maverick. Buffalo 18. Panther 60. Panthers.
To fake the give, and now it's Milton. He's going to let one go. Deep
Milton's
for
pass.
last.
Intended
You know,
for
Mike, there's the
C.D.
saying in the
Lamb.
NFL, take what the
Incomplete.
defense gives you.
Brings
But
up
that's not
third
always
down
the case.
and 7.
Sometimes you have to force a ball downfield. Show the defense you are willing to take big shots, even though they weren't able to connect. It's going to have an impact the rest of the game.
70. 70 Lions. 19 Lions. 19 tight. Let go.
To the air on third down is Milton. He's got the hook up there to Waddle. They get 10 yards
gain
on
of
the hook
10
up there.
yards.
That's good for
And
a
the
Dallas
Cowboys,
first down.
First down.
These third down conversions
First
are just
and 10
so
at the
important. Like
45-yard
everybody
line.
stresses, we want to possess the ball.
Get it.
Give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
Complete to
That's a nice
Jaden
pickup
Blue.
on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
Brings up 2nd
You see
and
so many
1.
teams wait till
At the
third down to
Texans'
execute their
36-yard
screen
line.
game. But I like in this case, the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on first down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Call it a
13
gain
yards on
of
the play.
13. First
That's
down.
good for
Cowboys.
the Cowboys. First down.
And these are the explosive runs
First
that
and
open
10 at the
everything up. There's all this
23-yard line.
conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. Hey, hey. Check.
Blue gonna get it again here on first down. And this time they are ready for him. Thrown for a loss. And it's second down.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Come on, come on. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Ready.
Milton to the air on second down. That's a hot on the right side by Waddle.
Milton's
Was
pass.
brought down. That pass is going to pick up
Jalen
4
Waddle.
and bring up
That's a
third
gain
down.
of 4. Brings up
All right, so
third
anytime you're
and
facing the
8.
blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball, modest gain.
We're going to try to pick this up on third and 8.
Go. Dragon 6, Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Trap 60, Trap 60.
From the gun, here's Milton. And that is
Milton's
incomplete.
pass.
Contact,
Forced to
but
the ground
no
and
flags.
incomplete.
It's going to be fourth
Results
down.
in a 4th down.
We're starting to see a lot of this on third down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run
Brandon
after
Aubrey
catch
on for
to
the
pick up
Cowboys
these
field
third
goal.
down conversions. So you know
A
what that depends on?
38-yard
You
attempt.
have to actually complete the ball. And in this case,
His
it
kick
falls
is
incomplete,
good.
brings up fourth down. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on free and extend their lead.
This one taken at the 7. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line.
Here we go.
Stroud to throw here on first down. A short throw pulled in by Schultz. He's still on his feet. He may go. That long one's going to bring them first and goal. He is brought down at the 5-yard line.
Over the course of my career early on, there was a handful of guys that were downfield threats in the passing game, but they did a lot of stuff in the run game. They were really good extra pass protectors, and if you threw them the ball, they had very sure hands. But what we're seeing now is the ability to get deep and add layers into the secondary as a pass-receiving threat, and not only do damage before they catch the ball, but so many of these guys have tremendous ability after the catch. These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. But they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
Another one from the 5. Second down and goal.
Here we go. 118. That's right. Hey, south. Hey.
From the gun, here's Stroud. He's got it at the 3. And he'll take it on in. Jaden Higgins. Touchdown, Texans. That is first touchdown this year.
40 extra point.
Fairbairn good on the point after. And the Texans are on the board. It's 10-7.
Texans 7. Kaimi Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it up. Levante Turpin on the return. A very good field position to start as the return. Past the 40.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
Okay, break. Let's go. Panthers 6.
The drive starts. They carry it by Blue. That's a short pickup to about the 47.
The tackle made at the 47-yard
on
line.
the tackle.
A gain of 4. It's now second and 6.
Here's a 2nd and 6.
Let's go now. Cougar 19. 70 Ranger. 70 Ranger. 19 tight. 19 tight. Buffalo 18. Let's go.
Get out of the gun is Milton. That's going to be incomplete.
Milton's
Coverage
pass
very good there.
intended for
Contact
Jalen
jarring the
Waddle.
ball loose.
Incomplete.
And it's going to force
Brings
third
up
down.
third down and 6 yards
He's usually
to
such
go.
a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
19 Tiger. 19.
Left side, caught by Lamb. He's going to have that first down. Gain of 6 as they convert on third down.
And the Cowboys.
Here's a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
They'll come up here first and 10.
70. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Hey, that's your man. That's your man.
Now Milton. Open man down the field is Turpin.
2 yards.
And they're going to take
First and 10 at the
huge
15-yard
play
line.
for Dallas. 32 yards. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. It's the Cowboys with the early edge. We're back to Arlington in a moment. On to the second quarter. Cowboys possess the football as they've got it with first and 10.
Here it's ready.
On play action, here's Milton. His pass right side is caught by Schoonmaker. And he will score. Schoonmaker. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Mike Reestadt was saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Brandon
So
Aubrey to
now,
kick
after
off
the
for the
touchdown,
Cowboys.
out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Here's Smith to return it. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out
Texans
past
take over
the
first and
30-yard
10
line.
at their own 33-yard line.
On first down, they'll start with Mixon. And he's going to be bottled up quickly after a gain of about one. Trayvon Diggs in on the tackle.
35-yard line. 1 yard
From the
gain
35,
brings up
here's second
and
down
9.
and 9. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. Over the middle, he's got the tight end Schultz. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Markham at the 48-yard line.
A gain of 17 yards.
17 yards
And the
on that
Texans
play. First down for Houston.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Here we go, let's go. 118, outside. Attack.
Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. Joe Mixon. And he'll get into the end zone. Joe Mixon. Touchdown, Houston. Big play out of the running game as the back accelerates all the way to the house for the rushing touchdown.
And Mike, when we talk about burst,
The kick
that's
is
what
good.
we're talking about. And they told us all week,
Makes
be
the
ready
score
for this guy.
Cowboys
He's got
17.
something special to him.
Texans
And that long touchdown
14.
there is exactly what they're talking
Jaime
about.
Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off.
The
And no
Cowboys
chance
take
to
over
return
first
this
and
one
10
through the
at
end
their
zone
own
for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Liking 18. Ready.
On first down, here's Milton. That's over the middle and intercepted. That's the linebacker, Azeez Al-Shire. And he's going to give his guys a short field to work with and a chance to take the lead.
Swap. Love a swap. Good.
They'll run on first down with Mixon.
Joe
And he's brought
Mixon, the
down
ball
after a
carrier.
gain of a couple.
Donovan Ezaraku on the tackle. A gain of 2 brings up second and 8 at the 42-yard line.
From the 42-yard line, here's second and 8.
On the quick, right?
They'll go right back to Mixon. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
On the tackle.
He sniffed that one out from the
A loss
jump.
of
I mean,
2
once he
yards.
diagnosed and
It's
knew where the
3rd
ball was
and
going,
9.
he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
Here we go.
From the gun here on 3rd down. It's Stroud. He's got his man. That's Noel.
Jalen.
That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes
13
at a good
yards on the
time as they
play.
get the conversion
And the
on 3rd down.
Texans First down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are
A gain of
quarterback
13
downs.
yards.
Those are the downs where you tend
And
to
the
find yourself in a
Texans
must-pass
first down.
situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
Brought
Well,
down
the best
back
screen
at the
plays, of course, you
36-yard
want the
line.
offensive lineman out in front of the running back. They act as his escort, his lead blockers. But what you can't afford is for the defenders to be in the backfield and get to the running back, because those offensive linemen, they can't help them out.
And that's going to wind up incomplete.
pass.
Pressure
Intended for
certainly
Jalen
impacted the
Noel.
quarterback there.
Incomplete.
Couldn't get his arm all the way through. And
Coverage
it's
on
going to
the
bring
play
up
by
a 3rd
Trayvon
down.
Diggs.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, just ends up being a wasted down.
To throw, it's Stroud. He'll let this go deep for the end zone. That is going to be Noel in. He's got it. Jalen Noel. Touchdown, Texans.
Raimi Fairbairn
To
lining up
add
for
the
the
extra
extra
point.
point.
He gets
The
it to
kick
go.
is good.
And the Texans move out in
Makes
front
the
by
score
4.
Texans
It's 21 to 17.
Cowboys 17. Raimi
And
Fairbairn
so
to
after the
kick off for
touchdown,
Houston.
here's Fairbairn to kick it up. And no return
The
here.
Cowboys take
This
over
is a
1st and
touchdown.
10 at their own 35-yard line.
Got it. Ready? Go! 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Ready?
Here's Milton now on 1st and 10. A throw left side, but it's going to wind up
Milton's
incomplete.
pass intended for
And that's
Jaden
another
Blue.
brutal drop for an
Incomplete.
offense that has struggled
Leads
to
to
catch the
2nd and
ball
10 at the
up to this point. And
35-yard
yes,
line.
you can nitpick about
Okay,
ball
break.
placement and whatnot,
60
but
Maverick,
listen,
60
the reality
Maverick.
is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down.
Ready, ready?
On 2nd down, here's Milton. Completed right side to Ferguson. And he's going to be taken down right
A
at
gain of
midfield.
15 yards.
That's his 3rd
That's
catch
good
of this
for a
1st half,
Cowboys
and good enough for a
first
1st
down.
down.
Lion.
1st
Tag.
and 10 at the 50-yard
Cougar
line.
19. Panther 11. Panther 11. Ready?
They'll go play action here with Milton. That's to Ferguson once again. And he's going to be taken down right at the 25-yard line. That one good for 26 yards.
That's another
Really nice job there,
Cowboys
Mike. I mean, he
first
sees the
down.
blitz coming and just
1st
gets
and
the
10
ball
at the
out of his hands.
25-yard line.
Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
On 1st down, here's Blue. And
Blue
not much
with the ball
there. Good
carrier.
defense.
Rashawn
Held to no
Gary
gain.
on the tackle. A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the
From
24-yard
the
line.
24 now, here's 2nd and 9.
Pirate. Come on, come on. Hey. Cowboy 80. Go.
Here's Milton. To the goal line and in. Jalen Waddle. Touchdown, Cowboys. And the show continues. What a first half
Looking
he's had,
around
Greg.
for the
A
point after.
3rd touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had
The
to
kick is
operate in.
good.
I think if I'm this defensive
Makes the
coordinator,
score
me and my
Cowboys
staff at
24,
halftime are revisiting this
Texans
game plan.
21.
They obviously felt good about it coming in,
Brandon
but I don't think
Aubrey
there's
to kick
anything
off for
to
the
feel good about
Cowboys.
thus far.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Oh, hey.
They'll begin on the ground, and here's Mixon. room to run past midfield. And he will
Joe Mixon, the ball carrier.
Joe Mixon.
Touchdown, Houston.
Touchdown, Houston. That is second touchdown of the afternoon.
Miami Fairbairn
Now
lining up
Fairbairn
for the
extra point. He's got
His
it.
kick
And
is
the Texans
good.
have taken a
Makes the
4-point
score
advantage.
Texans 28, Cowboys 24. Miami Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. The return team going to let that one
The
go.
Cowboys
It'll go
take
through
over
the end
first
zone.
and 10.
It's a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Ready, break. Here we go, here we go. Come 19. Let go.
Throwing on 1st and 10 is Milton. That one down the field,
Milton's
but they
pass
cannot connect.
intended for
And it's
Jake
incomplete.
Ferguson.
Jake
Incomplete.
Ferguson was the
He
intended
was covered
target.
by Henry To'o.
It's second down.
He's got to do a better job using his eyes, Mike, and he's just not manipulating the defense at all by looking off the defenders. And at this level of ball, if you just continue to stare down your primary read, you're going to lead the defenders right to the ball. And he's lucky this one just fell incomplete.
And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
It's a gain of
His
11.
fifth catch of the afternoon.
And the
Good for a
Cowboys
first down.
First down.
Ready, ready.
So,
First
2
and
minutes
10
to
at the
play in a
46-yard
bad
line.
and fourth first half. Greg and I back to Arlington at AT&T Stadium. After this, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Ready.
They run straight ahead with Blue. And he searches for it for a gain of about 5.
He's across midfield with a 48-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5.
Here we go. Stack. Hut, hut.
The shotgun, a throw from Milton. He's got that complete to Turpin. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
First down.
That's his third
First and
catch of
10
this
at the
first half, and
36-yard
good enough
line.
for a first down.
18. Pioneer. Ready. Ready, ready.
Throwing, Milton. That is caught aside by Waddle. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 25-yard
15
line.
more yards.
Remember,
That's
he had the
another
touchdown catch the
Cowboys
last time
ready.
they had the football. Here,
First
he's
and
got a
10
first
at
down.
the 22-yard line.
Ready. Cougar 19. Cougar 19. 19 Lion. Hut.
To the air, it's Milton. That's to Waddle again. And he's out of bounds
Milton's
on the pass play. But that's good for 8
Jalen
yards.
Waddle. He's out of
Receiver
bounds
just
at the
finds himself in a
13-yard
really
line.
nice groove.
It's a
And
gain of 9.
there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just
Brings
seems
up
like
second and a
every
yard.
ball
19.
comes your way. Every
60
play they call, you're
Bison.
wide open. And you just find yourself in
60
one of those
Bison.
grooves that
60
athletes
Bison.
talk about. So
Warriors,
they got to
70.
continue to ride the hot hand, because
60 Bison.
right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
That one swung out to Blue. To the pylon, he's in. Jaden Blue. Touchdown, Cowboys. He has done it again.
kicker
That
on
is
4
4
extra point.
touchdown passes in his first half. Greg, he might skip halftime with the way he's performing right now.
Yeah, Mike, this
The
passing
kick is
attack is
good.
just really unstoppable.
Makes
I mean,
the
it is
score
just
Cowboys
remarkable the
31.
success he's been able to have.
Texans
We're not
28.
even at halftime yet. He finds himself
Brendan
on record
Aubrey to
pace. I
kick
can't wait
off
to
for
see
the
what he does
Cowboys.
the rest of this game.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Here's Smith to return it. A good
Tremont
return
Smith
as he
on the
takes it
return.
across the 30.
Texans take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Here we go.
They'll run out of the gun with Mixon. The Texans going to go ahead and use their
Mixon,
first
the ball
time out
carrier.
here. And they'll
He's
stop
brought
it
down
with
at
a
the
tick under a minute to
37-yard
go
line.
until halftime.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4.
Already.
Stroud going to set up the throw. Caught by Schultz, the tight end.
Dalton Schultz.
And they'll get this one down
It's
to
a
the
gain of
35-yard line.
yards. And
There's a timeout, Houston. That's their second. As the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Get it. Ready.
Now, this looks like a design run. And he'll be stacked up
on
at the line of scrimmage.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's a 2nd and 9.
On the quick.
Here's Stroud. To the left side. Caught by Schultz. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
And the Texans
going to use the last of their timeouts here.
1st and 10
as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this first half. They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10.
18. That's it.
Throwing from the pistol, Stroud. He'll get that out to Mixon.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
Now, just what? 18. Look the hot. Look the hot. Buggy.
From the gun, here's Stroud. Oh, a huge mistake late in the half. It is intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10
that's just
at their own 1-yard line.
If the throw's not there, you want them to just get rid of it. Throw it 50 rows into the stands. Give somebody a souvenir. But worst case scenario, you've got to get to 4th down and have a shot at 3 points. But instead, after that pick,
18 Cardinal.
That's quick RPO to Ferguson. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in this first half.
On the pickup.
So anytime you decide to blitz, the hope is that the secondary can hold up long enough to allow the extra pressure guys to get to the quarterback. But when you don't get to the quarterback and he's able to get the ball on time and in rhythm, there are holes in the back end, and they're able to pick up the 1st down.
Buffalo 18.
Milton to the air on 2nd down. And that's going to be scooped up in the end zone. A fumble recovery for touchdown. What a place to make a mistake. You're going to turn it over anywhere on the field, and it hurts. But, Greg, when you turn it over there and it becomes a touchdown, that's the worst feeling of all.
Yeah, we talk a lot about, Mike, the best quarterbacks. They have this clock in their head. They understand the timing of the play. They understand the liabilities of the protection. That's even more especially true when you're backed up this deep near your own end zone, and you can see why. The quarterback does not feel the pressure. Strip, sack, 6.
And it's a poor kick here. Doesn't even make the landing zone. So that means the ball's going to come out to the 40-yard line.
Ready.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
7 Pirates, 7 Vikings, 60 Bobcats, 60 70 Lions. Warriors 70, Cup 19. Ready.
To throw, it's Milton. Oh, and he's going to go down. He could not get rid of it. And that's going to bring an end to this first half.
Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Off the play fake. Here's Stroud. He'll air one out for Higgins. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by their rookie second-rounder. And he's going to give his guys a short field to work with and a chance to take the lead.
The Cowboys take
You know
over
me.
1st
I
and
tend
10
to be an offensive guy, so if we're taking a big shot
Okay,
to start
ready?
this half, I'm thinking touchdown. But rather, we go interception to begin the second half. Now, still an exciting play. I think we're going to see both sides willing to continue to take these risks, take these chances throughout the rest of this
The
second half.
tackle made at the 24-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
A good spot here. 2nd and a yard.
Hey, watch him right there, watch him right there. Let's go now. Check, Panther. Panther 60.
A run once more with Sloan. And he'll get a couple of yards, and that's good enough for the first down.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
Let it go.
That's an RPO quickly into the hands of Waddle. He'll be out of bounds. Decent pick up of 5 on 1st down.
Out of bounds at the 15-yard
Similar
line.
to a tight end, the
A
slot
6-yard
receiver is
pickup
often
brings up
considered the
2nd and
safety
4.
blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Here comes 2nd and 4.
Come on. Set. 60 Bison. 60 Bison. 70 Ranger. 70 Ranger. Ready.
Get out of the gun is Milton. That's complete to Blue. And he'll take this one in. Jaden Blue. Touchdown Cowboys. That is 2nd touchdown of the game. This one, number 7 on the year.
Point after.
On for the PAT is Aubrey. He's got
His kick
and the
is
Cowboys
good.
go up by a field goal as
Makes
they
the
lead
score
it by
Cowboys
3.
38. Texans 35. Brandon Aubrey to kick off for
So
the
now,
Cowboys.
after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Here's Smith to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Sujay. All right.
They will work the middle with Mixon.
Watching him throughout this game
Number
has been
28,
incredible,
Joe
Mike. I
Mixon,
mean,
the
I've
ball
loved
carrier.
watching him perform. The reality is it just
It's
hasn't
now 2nd and
impacted
6
the outcome
at
of
the
the game.
30-yard
It's really
line.
been a wasted individual effort unless they can somehow find a way to flip this thing around.
And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the
A
first
gain
down.
of 6. And the Texans first down. It's a gain of 6. First down.
Here's a give up the middle to Mixon. He's fighting to get back to
Joe
the line of
Mixon,
scrimmage,
the
but
ball
can't
carrier,
get there. Dropped
Brought
for the
down
loss
behind the
of a
line of
yard.
scrimmage. A loss
Well,
of a
the defense
yard.
gets a rare
Brings up
win. We've
2nd
seen this
and
ball
11
carrier have his
at
way
the
on the ground
35-yard
pretty much
line.
all day today, Mike, and give credit to the defense. They were able to get back in the backfield with some penetration and bring it down for a loss.
Into space at the 45. And he's going to be out of bounds just
It's
beyond
a gain of
midfield.
16 yards.
Good pickup
And
of
the
16 on that
Texans
screenplay.
first down.
And a first down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
All right. Tony. Set.
We're trying to jet sweep to the left. And he's
The
not going to
wide
get away.
receiver, the
They're
ball
going to bring him
carrier.
down on the other side of midfield.
Tried to get a little cute here, get the ball into the hands of one of their receivers in space on a jet motion, but Really nice job there by the defense. When you can set good edges and you can have good force players on the perimeter of the defense, there's really nowhere for this jet sweep to go because with them running horizontal before the snap, Mike, it's very hard for these receivers to cut and get vertical.
A gain of 13
Now
yards.
a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line.
Here we go.
First down.
On the handoff, running left, it's Mixon. What a run, he brings it to the red zone. Taken down inside the 20-yard
A
line.
gain of 21 more
They
yards.
get 21
That's
on that
another
one.
Texans
It's good for a Texans first down.
A gain of 21 yards. First down, Texans.
Here we go.
They'll run it, and it's the USC man, Woody Marks. And he's into the end zone. Woody Marks. Touchdown, Texans.
Touchdown, Texans.
When you start talking about the qualities of a top-tier back in the NFL, Mike, we all talk about size, speed, the ability to keep your feet, the ability to have balance at contact. But the part we don't talk enough about is patience, understanding the blocking scheme, the timing, when to hit the hole, as much as what hole to hit. And I think you get a great example of what that looks like when it all comes together. He takes advantage of the scheme, and next thing you know, he hits his head on the goalpost.
On the return, here's Turpin. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Okay, ready? Ready, ready?
Play action. Now it's Milton. Moving to his right. That's right side. Scott Ferguson. He's going to be brought down up past the 45.
A gain of 15 yards. That's good for a Cowboys first down.
Down!
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Like it, 18! Let's go!
Straight ahead. It's Blue. And a good run there.
Jalen Blue, the ball carrier. He's across midfield to the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
From just across the midfield stripe,
79
here's 2nd down.
Trap 60, trap 60. 70 Lions.
On play action, here's Milton. Sending it deep for Waddle. And he's into the end zone. And they are making it look easy. Jalen Waddle. Touchdown, Dallas. His 2nd TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead.
Well, it seems this game is kind of getting to the point, Mike, where it's defense optional. I mean, both these teams are really just having their way with their opponent. They're going up and down the field, and after this long touchdown, yes, this is great if you're a fantasy player, but it's not so great if you're a defensive coordinator.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Here's Smith to return it. Wow, they are hitting now. Been a tight game. He takes a big shot there on that return. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24.
118. What's that?
On the ground, it's Mixon. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing new. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
At the 23-yard line.
From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. That's into the hands of Dell on the right side.
Stroud's pass.
And that'll go for a gain of 7. It's going to set up 3rd down.
A gain of 8 yards. And it's 3rd down.
All right.
Stroud to throw. Taken in by Nolan. And it looks like he's going to have a 1st down. Nothing fancy there. Short completions, but it yields a fresh set of downs.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
So, no shortage of offense in this one as we end the 3rd. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 34 now, it's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Mixon as we begin the 4th quarter. Inside the 35. And he will go all the way. Go Mixon. Touchdown, Houston. That is 3 touchdowns in the game and 4 for the season.
The kick is good.
Able to add the extra
Makes
point,
the score
and the Texans have
49.
taken a 4-point advantage.
45.
So now
Jaime
playing
Fairbairn
with the
to kick
lead
off for
after
Houston.
that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. Short kick taken at the 17. And a solid run
The
back
Cowboys
there.
take
He'll
over
get this
1st
out
and
past
10.
the 30-yard
Their
line.
own 31-yard line.
On the double. Ready. Panther 60. Panther 60. Hey, pop. Ready.
They'll start this on the ground with Blue. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage.
He's brought
That's
down
it.
at the 31. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 31, here's 2nd and 9.
Come on. Step back. Cougar 19. Bronco 80. Panther 11. Panther 11. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Ready.
From the gun, here's Milton. He's going to air this one out.
It's rare to see an offense that
for his
finds
wideout.
themselves trailing and say, well,
It's
their
now 3rd
quarterback's
down
been actually
and
one of their
9
biggest bright
yards to
spots.
go.
Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Big play coming up. This is 3rd down.
Bronco, go.
Looking to throw, it's Milton. He'll go right and find his running back.
Milton's pass.
And a good
Complete
job
to
here
J.B.
defensively.
Blue.
They did not let him
A gain of
get
5.
away. He's
It's
well
4th
short
down.
of the 1st down marker. Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down.
18 Cardinal. Mustang 19.
They'll go. Here's Milton. Back into the hands of Turpin. And he's going to pick up the Cowboys' 1st down.
The Cowboys
That'll wind up a gain of 11 on 4th down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
7 Pirates. Viking 8-2.
They'll go play action here with Milton. Who else another catch for his favorite target. And no chance to turn and go. That one
A gain
good
of
for
2.
just a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the Texans' 49-yard line.
2nd down and 8.
Let's go.
To the air once more is Milton. Hit as he threw it. The pass
Milton's
is incomplete.
Intended for
They
Jake
got there
Ferguson.
in a hurry, didn't they,
Incomplete.
Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he
Brings
saw
up
that free
3rd
rusher
down
coming,
and 8
and at the
yards
very
to go.
least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
They're going to try to pick this up on
79
3rd and
Broncos.
8.
Ready. Hawk 70. Hawk 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler.
Milton going to look to throw it again. And that is
Milton's
incomplete.
I just don't like the look of this passing game. Like, it just seems a bit erratic.
was
On
defended
top of the
by
2 straight
Derek Stingley.
incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
The offense staying
Cut 19.
out there
Cut
for
19.
this 4th down.
Here we go. 70 Timberwolf. Dragon 60. 19 tight. 19 tight.
Throw once more. Here's Milton. And that one is complete along the boundary. Good job of getting those feet in back.
Result of the play
That was
is
a
a
disaster.
turnover on down.
I like the call. I like going for
Once called Carolina's Stadium, it now goes by Bank of America Stadium. Or more simply, the Vault, as we're here in Charlotte, North Carolina. Coming up, a highly anticipated contest between the Buffalo Bills and the Carolina Panthers.
Ryan Fitzgerald to kick off for Carolina.
Ryan Fitzgerald all set to get this one started. And we're off and running from Charlotte. Strong with the return. He's got a lane up past the 30. And they'll start this drive in good position, a little shy of the 40.
At their own 39-yard line.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Now Allen off the play action. Batted away at the line. Incomplete. Didn't put it high enough to get it over that line. Second down coming up.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit. Kate, you got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
From the shotgun, it's Allen. This is reeled in by Joshua Palmer. And he is hauled down right at that midfield stripe.
It's a gain of 11.
It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
First down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
First time of the game for James Cook.
Number 4,
This is ahead
James
for
Cook,
about
the
5.
ball carrier.
There's Nick
The
Scotton
tackle
there on
made
the
at
play.
the 44-yard line.
That's a run that you'll take the
6-yard
result in the
pickup.
NFL every
Brings up
time. A nice
second
play,
and
a
4.
solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Again, it's Cook. And he's going to manage 3 for them on the play. Stop just a little bit shy of the
Taken
marker.
down at the 41.
Okay, that's a run that's
That's a
ho-hum
gain
on the
of
stat
3.
sheet, but if you see
It's
a bigger
third
play on the ground
and
later
1.
on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Another one for Cook. And this defense is going to win this round. They hold strong there in the middle, get him down right at the line. 4th down coming up.
No gain on the
It's
play.
weird to say, and it certainly
It's
won't show up
4th
on the
down.
stat sheet, but I want to give a lot of credit to that runner. Even though it didn't gain a yard, it actually took a heck of an effort just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Don't want to punt from here, but too far for a field goal as well. They're going for it here. On 4th down, Allen. Throw is caught by the back. And the early aggressiveness is answered. They went for it on their opening series, and the defense stops them. That's a turnover on downs.
On the ready.
So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10.
Here we go. Set.
On play action, here's Young. Buying some time right. And his game will begin with an incomplete pass. He had him, Brock. Throw was on target. Gotta help your guy out early in the game, right?
Yeah, it's not on the quarterback. I think we can all see that was a catchable ball. But I've got a feeling he'll volunteer to take some of the blame anyway. That's just the way he's wired.
Still at the 40 here. 2nd and 10.
Hut.
Shotgun snap now to Young. This is Xavier Leggett. He's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46.
It's a gain of
Big
14
gain,
yards.
14 on the play.
And the Panthers
And that's going to bring up a Carolina first down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Here we go. Red 30. Watch out now. Green jack. Ready.
Young working from the gun. Throw is there for Jatavion Sanders. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
That's another.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that
First
right
and
off
10
the
at
snap.
the 36-yard line.
They've got first down here from the 36.
Blaster. 6. Ready.
Sticking to the air, it's Young. And Bills get to him. He's brought down.
Bryce Young,
And they're forced to regroup a bit ahead of second down.
Well, we're already seeing his legs going to be a factor in this contest. But I'll tell you what, Kate, if pressure's going to be on him like that, he's going to have to put his running back cape on and really use his ability to escape and keep things moving forward.
Set, ready. Blue, ready.
Off the play fake, it's Young. This is cut downfield by Horn. And they drop it right after that catch. He's down at the 22-yard line.
A gain of 26
yards there. And that's good for a Panthers first.
First down.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
First down, Young. Completes. It's Trevor Etienne. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
Second and 3 now.
Lead old Blue. Set. Set, cut.
Out of the gun, Young. Has him on the quick hitter. He takes it in. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers have a great first drive and get the game's first points. This is Ryan Fitzgerald on to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Panthers will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Bills nothing. Ryan Fitzgerald to kick off.
Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. Ty Johnson now to return. Showing a little burst so far. He's racing past midfield. Field flipping effort there as he's brought down on the opposite side of the 50.
The Bills take
Hey,
over.
listen, I get it. I'm as guilty as anyone. So hyper-focused on offense and defense, often forgetting it's special teams and a play like that can swing a game. What a great return now to start out on a short field. And you've got to believe all this offense is thinking is let's capitalize and find that end zone.
Second and 10.
Even the best of them could be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
After the incompletion, they come up on second and 10. Working from the gun, it's Allen. Nothing doing there as the second down pass falls incomplete.
Intended for Dalton
Kincaid, the intended target there. So they're left facing third and long.
Butler on the coverage.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Allen on third down. Short pass brought in. They'll have the first down and even more. And their next snap is going to come from the red zone, Brock. He's down to that 17-yard line.
It's a gain of 25 yards.
Offense
on
getting
the play.
set. Here's first and 10.
That's good for a Bills first down. First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Play action now with Allen. Flushed out of the pocket. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down.
I'll give this quarterback credit. He bought as much time as he could, but eventually, the only option left was to throw it away.
Second down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. Now the shotgun give to Cook. Second down run gets him 5. Now they've got third down.
The ball carrier.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on third down, Kate. Take at least a little bite out of the big people between them and the first down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
Round 80!
Allen on third and short. Got a man, that's Kincaid. And he's going to have enough for the first down, not by much, but he got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a first and goal.
And the Bills first down. First and goal at the 3-yard line.
Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Buys time, rolling right. Toward the side of the end zone, but that one's incomplete. So they fire for the end zone on first down, Brock. I think a lot of folks probably assume after the incompletion it'd be a run here on second and goal. What say you?
Yeah, I think you always got to be careful about assuming. As a fan, as a defensive coordinator, as an offense, you've worked on it all week, continue to get to the stuff you trust the most.
And Some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
Look out! They just get the play off. Headed out right. And this is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills reach pay dirt for the first time this game.
Down, Bills.
All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
For the extra point.
I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker. So now that we've sorted that flag out, we've arrived at the end of the first. Both teams neck and neck so far. We'll take a brief pause and head back to Bank of America Stadium after this.
Mitch Wishnowski set to kick off.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Jimmy Horn here on the return. This makes it up to the 25.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Carolina offense to the line. Here's first and 10.
Down. Black 40. Red, yellow.
Here's Young to throw. Pulled in by Tommy Tremble. Big man showing up the yards. To the house. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers take the lead on the first play of the drive. And that right there, Brock, is a touchdown I think our fellow broadcaster Greg Olsen would be proud of. A big strike to the tight end that I don't think a lot of receivers could have pulled off and make it look as easy.
You know, a lot of times you're splitting hairs talking about the differences between tight ends and receivers at this level because a lot of those guys, they work the same route tree and they move with the football, well, just like their receiver teammates. And they can score some lengthy touchdowns too, just like he showed off.
14, Bills 7. Ryan Fitzgerald to kick off for Carolina.
Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. And he just sends this out and over the end zone. So no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball for the 35 to begin this drive. All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up first and 10.
56, 56.
Allen. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes.
Well, that's a major missed opportunity for the offense. A sigh of relief for the defense. Now you got to adjust a little bit, get some extra help on the back end of your defense to take those shots away.
Second down. Here's Allen again. Finds his man. It's Keon Coleman. And they're going to be set up with a first down after a nice gain there as he's down by contact.
It's a gain of 11.
Move the chain.
That's good for a Bills.
Gotta move them chains. Good momentum. Keep that defense
a gain of 11 on the play. First down, Buffalo.
Enough to cook here on his own read. Danced away from one tackle, but unable to dance away from the rest of the defense. No gain on that play.
Right at the line of scrimmage.
Big man up front said, not in my house. Let me tell you, hey, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this. It's over. Over.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Allen looking to throw. That's brought in downfield by Kincaid. And he gets this all the way to the 25 before they stop him. It's a 29-yard gain. That's good for a Buffalo first.
And the Bills.
Just about every defensive coordinator worth his salt says two things in every production meeting. Number one, we got to stop the run. And number two, we got to take away the tight end. Well, good luck doing that. Defending a big guy who can move like that, it's a lot easier to talk about than to go out and execute.
And he will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with first and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. It's a design run for Allen. And he's in for the touchdown. The Bills can tie it up in a second after cutting into the lead. Josh Allen, the touchdown. Extra point up and good for Bass. And the Bills tie things up at 14.
Mitch Wishnowski set to kick off.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Baker with the return. And this drive will start inside the 25.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10. Here's Etienne to begin the drive. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
Connection made to Tremble. He'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
Tommy Tremble.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
10 black, black blue, black ultra.
Looking to throw here on 3rd. Downfield, and he's got McMillan. At the 20. Touchdown, Carolina! The Panthers take a 2nd-quarter lead.
Touchdown, Panthers!
That quarterback knew he was going to wear one to get that throw away, and he'll be happy to make that trade-off every single time when it leads to a touchdown.
Fitzgerald up and good on the PAT. And the Panthers break that tie and now lead by 7.
Bills 14.
Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff now to Cook. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front.
The tackle made at the 36-yard
that they were looking for there, Kate. They needed some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Round 80.
Blitz coming here. Allen. Looked well downfield for that one. All he found was a waiting defender to knock it away. Third down coming up.
With all due respect to some of the great linebackers back in the day, to play the position today, man, you've got to be versatile. You can't just be a come up and stuff the run. You got to play coverage. And these defenses more and more rely on you to break up throws just like that.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Got his man. Shakir has it. Keeps on moving in the red zone. And he's going to get this down to the 9. That puts him in goal to go.
It's a gain
Speed kills, baby. You better make that tackle right away on these receivers or you're going to get some serious yak. Those yards after catch just like that. Taking a short gain and turning it into an explosive play.
319.
Working inside the red zone. Caught The Bills can tie it up in a second after cutting into the lead.
For the extra point.
Bass gets the extra point to go.
Good.
And the Bills tie this game at 21.
21 apiece. Mitch Wishnowski set
We've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Baker with the return. Nice run back, but what a hit we had at the end of it.
On the return. The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Set, ready, rail, yep, black, 95.
From the pistol, it's Young. Lasers this one deep down the middle. This is brought in at the 15. He takes it in. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers take the lead on the first play of the drive. Xavier Legette with the touchdown.
That's a good old-fashioned playground football. Even at the elementary school, find the fastest kid, let him run.
One after is good by Fitzgerald. And the Panthers break that tie and now lead by 7.
28. Bills 21.
Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff.
Ryan Fitzgerald to kick off for Carolina.
Strong with the return. A little revenge from the coverage team there. They gave up a pretty nice run back.
At their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
That is a DB's best phrase. Pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Following the incomplete pass, 2nd and 10 now from the 30. Play action now, Allen. Looking to his fullback now. Continuing to move past the 45. And they're going to bring him down just moments before he's able to break it across midfield.
First down.
Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
Now,
Brock, a lot of scoring so far as we have reached our 2-minute warning. More coming up from Bank of America Stadium. Stick around. The ball's on the 48. Here we go. First down. Here's Allen. He puts some juice on a deep throw down the middle.
You know, there's not a lot of tight ends who are true weapons this far down the field. Not a lot of cover guys who can match up with them in terms of size. They tried to get it to him in a spot where he could win it, but no connection to be made.
No luck on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. To the air again, Allen. Completed over the middle. And he's brought down, but there's some laundry on the field. Well, you kind of expect this to happen a couple of times this season, right? They catch the rookie here for roughing the passer.
Yeah, that comes with experience, Kate. Rookie is so excited to make plays in his first season and just get that tunnel vision on making the sack. And he doesn't realize the ball was already gone.
And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10. Allen gonna throw again. Couldn't connect across the middle. It's an incomplete pass. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
That's a throw at this level. With so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. Got to be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. Throw here, 3rd down. Oh, defender there to knock it away, and he's able to do just that. 4th down coming up.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. Quarterback's fortunate. That was one hand and not two hands that got on the football.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all this concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Showing a little burst so far. And a good effort here as he gets it out past the 35-yard line.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10. At their own
so good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
On the ground to begin this drive with ETN. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11.
It's a gain of 11.
And that's going to bring up a Carolina first down.
For a Panthers.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47.
Set, hut, set.
Pass out quickly to the hit. This is marked down right along that 40-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
On the 40-yard line now. This is 1st and 10.
Ready, ready. Blue, 32. Watch out now. 50 Fury, opposite. Green, hut, hut.
They'll try it left with ETN. First down, he met. No gain on that first down run.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line.
Now we get a timeout by the Panthers. It's their first.
A yard.
They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play that just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer. Find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
Set, ready, smash, red, 10 black, rail, yellow. Ready.
Young working from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
Xavier Leggett.
The Bills are going to go ahead and call their first time out.
Makes it 3rd
They'll have 2
and
left to work
8.
with before halftime.
On the set.
3rd down here. Need 8 on the play.
Black Ultra. Set. 45. White. Claws red. Hut.
3rd and long for him here. This is cut downfield by Horn. He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out.
It's a gain of 22 yards.
It's a gain of 22.
That's another.
And that's good for a Panthers first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Let's go. Red. Cycle. 52 blue. White. White. Drill green. Set. Hut.
From the red zone on 1st. Into the hands of his running back, ETN. And he's going to take a 1st and goal from the 4 as he goes out.
12 more yards.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
At the 4-yard line.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal.
Let's go. Hut, hut.
Young hangs on to it. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on 1st and goal.
Brings up
now Carolina's going to take a timeout. That's its second.
At the 8-yard line.
And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Backed up to the 8 here. It's 2nd and goal.
Claws, kick, ready. Green jack. Black 40. Set, go.
Now Young. Brings it in. And that play's brought to a halt. So they're going to say at the 5-yard line. Now the Panthers decide to spend their 3rd and final timeout.
3rd
and that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. They've held him out twice. Chance at another stop here. 3rd and goal.
Set.
Now it's Young. A Escapes the pocket. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen.
Hurry!
Looking quickly here.
A loss on the play brings up 4th and goal.
Ready.
The final throw before the break. Trumble with the ground. And he's taken down, but before that offense comes out, they may want to wait a second. We've got a flag down, and it is in the backfield. Panthers calling on Ryan Fitzgerald here to attempt this field goal. A pretty automatic look for him from the left. Fitzgerald sends this through. And 3 to their lead as it extends to 7. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports.
Mitch Wishnowski set to kick off.
First half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. Baker with the return. Showing a little burst so far. So they're going to begin from the 36 as he's brought down.
There's no question about it, Kate. That just infuses everybody. They're more bounce in your step now, both in and out of the huddle. And you want to pay off your special teams that sets you up for success.
On the double.
So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10.
Here we go. Set.
We'll start the second half with Etienne. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
35-yard line.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
Down. Black. 95. Ready?
Shotgun snap now Young. Short pass brought in. And they've got to him just a step or 2 before he can reach the 40 as he's sent
It's
out.
a gain of 22 yards.
22 out of that play.
And the Panthers,
and that's going to bring up a Carolina
down.
first
Okay,
down.
right?
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Here we go. Ready.
Out of the gun to give to Etienne. And he's stopped as he gets this one down to the 27-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
15 more yards.
What a great sign to start the second half for this offense, because with a lead, well, the ground game becomes your best friend, the centerpiece for this offense, trying to chew up that
Here we go. Here we go. Ready?
That's completed out to the right. It's inside the 10. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers grow the lead back into halftime.
Every year, it's kind of like the Baskin-Robbins of tight ends. You get all sorts of different flavors. You get inline blockers. You get guys that can run routes. You got guys that can do a little bit of everything. Then you get a game changer. And this guy's a game changer.
Bills 24. Ryan Fitzgerald to kick off for Carolina.
Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10.
Round 80. 5 wide, 5 wide, 5 wide.
Straight ahead, here's Cook. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
Brought down by Trevin
Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
Operating from the gun, it's Allen. You know, it's great flying through the air, Brock. The problem's on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up.
He was defended by
They would sure love to connect on some of these intermediate throws, those chunk throws. Getting a completion like that, well, not only does it spark your offense, but it just sets you up for even more aggressive play calling.
180. We go.
Allen on 3rd down. Full right side, and Shakir has it. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield.
A gain of 15
That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
That's good for a
Here's
Bills.
1st and 10 from the 47.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Working from the gun, it's Allen. Rolling out to his left. He's going to keep it this time. And he's going to be driven out for a nice pickup. Gain about 8, second down.
Well, you don't get the first down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right. They win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
Cook trying this one up the gut. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. He only finds a window for 2, but that's still enough for a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Blitz coming here. Allen. He rolls to his right. He's running with it. Here he goes again. And it'll be first and goal. Stop is made at the 5-yard line.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own numbers. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Big play sets him up pretty here with first and goal from the 5. From the red zone now. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Complete to
The Bills start the second half with some needed points. Dalton Kincaid with the touchdown. Extra point up and good from Bass. And the Bills took the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Bills 31.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Baker with the return. And decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Panthers look just about ready. First and 10.
Striker, set, ready. Yellow, set.
From the gun, ETN gets it. And he'll be met near the line to limit the game to a yard. Terrell Bernard tracking that one down.
By Terrell Bernard.
That's the kind of yardage it's not going to kill this drive on the first play. But it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Set, hut. Black shot. Needle, blue, steal. Hut.
Out of the gun, Young. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And that is a big hit right after that catch. So the play limited to maybe just a couple yards.
Brings up third and 6.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards into double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
Red. Blue striker. Come on, come on. Set, go.
On third down, it's Young. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
You know, Kate, with the game that they put together, it's surprising to see them really run into any hiccups when they appear. They move the ball very well throughout, just unsuccessful on that third down.
Can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return.
At their own 19-yard line.
All right, Bills to the line now. First and 10. Here's Cook. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. That tackle made by Princely Emmanuel.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on second down. After that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's second and 8. From the shotgun, it's Allen. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Intended for
Tough one to retain through that hit.
Incomplete.
So now it's going to be third and long.
Brings up third down.
As a defense, you got to see the pass. You got to time up your hit, and you got to jar that ball loose. Not a lot of offensive players are hanging on to that one through a well-placed hit.
Round 80.
Here he goes, third and long. Complete to Shakir. And he's going to be stopped after reaching up to the 33. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards.
13 yards on the play.
And the Bills have a first down.
That's good for a Bills first down. First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
This is Cook on the handoff. Shoots away from one. Galloping inside the 40. He is inside the 20, down to the 19-yard line.
Anytime you go over half the field in one play, totally changes the complexion of the drive. They're now set up beautifully in enemy territory to end the series with some type of points.
On the ground, first run for Ray Davis.
The ball carrier.
Robbed by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
No gain on the
A
play.
touchdown aside in that frame as we run out of time in the third quarter. It's Bills football. They trail late, but this game's still very much in reach. First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. They've got a man in motion. Allen looking to throw. Cut near the goal line. And for the moment, that's going to be a touchdown. Whether it will stand, though, well, that depends on the call on this flag. Their work doubly as difficult now after that holding call. It's 2nd and 20. Back to throw now, Allen. That's Kincaid with a catch out left.
Allen's pass.
And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21.
We give a lot of credit to receivers, and rightfully so, Kate, for them going into coverage and making a catch. I don't think we give enough credit to tight ends. I know they're big, I know they're physical, but to go into double coverage, take that contact.
Oh, not like this. An interception ends that drive. Willis has it.
Best defenses, you go look at it through the decades, built from the inside out. And that's not just stopping the run on the inside out, that's playing your coverage from the inside out. That time, beautiful job by the defense of taking away the middle of the field, getting that interception, and setting their offense up for success.
Ready, ready. 60 red. 60 red. Shot, 17. Set.
Quick throw, right side, complete to start this drive. And this is going to be halted just before he can reach the 30. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
That's good.
Ready, ready.
Panthers, first down. First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Inside handoff goes to Etienne. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
He's brought down by
Okay, 2-yard run on first down. I think that keeps you ahead of schedule.
It's 2nd and 8.
Going to have to pick up the pace.
At the 31-yard line.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8.
52, blue, shovel, 38. Hut.
They go right back to Etienne. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. He'll get 16 yards on that play. And that's good for a Panthers first.
And the Panthers first down.
Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
10 cycles. Here we go. Yellow, 22. Set.
First down, and they go right back to it. And this play doesn't work out like the last snap, right? So you can only get back to the line as the defense all over this one.
See, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Young throwing here. Forced out to his right.
Oh boy. And this was doomed from the start. Left the pocket in search of greener pastures, but things weren't much better on the other side.
Okay, right.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long.
Ready. Black fist, ready.
Off the play fake, it's Young. It's in or no, they dropped another one. Picks dropped on back-to-back plays, Brock. It does force a 4th down. Panthers getting everyone set for the punt. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. Oh, baby, there's way too much behind that kick, and he knew it. That's all the way up at the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run it with Cook. And he'll take this ahead for 7. We've got 2nd and 3 now.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity to play, but whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. Pressure coming. It's Allen. Bails out of the pocket quick. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And brings up 3rd down.
That right there, Kate, that's taking the hard lessons from the previous drive and putting it into practice right here. You don't see a throw you like. It's too tight a window. Don't risk yet another interception.
Allen on 3rd and 2. Got his man. Shakir has it. Just a couple of yards here as he heads for the sideline.
A gain of 3 yards.
Manages a gain of 3 there. And that's good for a Buffalo first. New set of downs for him from the 31. Allen now on 1st down. Chased out to his right. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops.
Josh Allen on the keeper.
Kate, if you've heard me say it once, you've heard me say it 100 times. Completions. Well, that wasn't a pass. It was a scramble. But it nets the same thing, keeping this offense on schedule.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2.
Round 80! 5 wide.
Now the shotgun give to Cook. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the 1st down that comes with it.
Bills, 1st down. A gain of 5.
Allen setting up to throw.
1st down, Buffalo.
It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
Intended for Josh
Well, even with
Palmer.
the pick on that last drive, partner, he is showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Well, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you throw into coverage too many times, there's going to be more interceptions.
Back to the air, Allen. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. So rather than let the 2-minute warning hit, the defense burns the first of its timeouts.
3rd and 6.
Well, this is in every quarterback's tool belt. Even the ones not regarded as the best movers and shakers. But, Kate, to play QB in the league today, you've got to be able to do this. If you've got nobody open, still get some positive yards with your legs.
This will be the last play before our 2-minute warning.
Off 52. Off 52. He's coming, double up. Look out.
Looking to throw. We've reached the 2-minute warning from Charlotte. Bills down by 7. The deficit is 7, so they have to convert here on 4th down.
Middle. Look out.
Desperation time here. Big strike downfield to Coleman. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30.
A gain of 25 yards.
They look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10.
That's another Bills 1st down.
What's that?
They'll look to throw it. This one's going to hit the ground. Incomplete. Looking for his running back there. He's going to send him back to the drawing board now for 2nd down.
Covered by
That's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage waiting for it. They were thinking interception for a second. And incompletion is still pretty good, too.
Inside 90 seconds to play. Here's 2nd and 10.
Half. What's that?
Setting up to pass. He gets this down at the 13-yard line. Give him 13 on that play.
On the play.
And the Bills have a 1st down.
The Bills First
Now
down.
Carolina's going to take a timeout. That's its
A gain
second.
of 13 yards.
And they are quite frustrated
First down,
having to call
Bills.
that after giving up the first. And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
Alert! Ready?
Back to throw. Buying some time right. Throws caught. And in. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills cut it to a point late in this one.
Touchdown,
Dalton Kincaid
Bills.
with a touchdown. His
Tyler
second
Bass
scoring
for
catch
the
of the
extra
game.
point.
In the 11th hour, now a point after try to tie this game. And everyone
His
can
kick
breathe
is
easier
good.
now. His try is good, and they
The
found a way to
game is
tie it late in the fourth.
at 38 all. Mitch Wishnowski set to kick off.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Gray now on the return. And not a bad place for them to start, up past the
Panthers
30-yard
take over
line.
1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
New set of downs for them from the 31.
Wait. Here we go. Set. Hut.
Here he is to throw. And the first play of the series is going to be an incomplete pass intended for his running back there. And that brings up 2nd down.
I know
It's
that you and I
2nd
love,
down
Kate,
and
looking
10.
at plays and discussing them and all the different outlets and checkdowns, and usually there's a completion to be had, but not against this defense. Not on that one.
Ready.
That's McMillan with a catch out left. He's right up next to that 1st down. Doesn't quite get there. Gain of 9. That brings up 3rd and short.
Brings up 3rd down.
That's really good instinct by the eyes up in the sky. The play caller seeing space on the perimeter, a well-timed screen, and a positive gain out of it.
That's complete. Dialing up McMillan again. And he goes out. Just needed one more step there to reach midfield.
It's a
Even 8
gain of
yards
8.
on the play.
That's good.
And that's going to bring up the Carolina 1st down. To the line for a new
1st
set of
and 10
downs.
at
Only
the
a lone
48-yard
timeout at their
line.
disposal.
Ready.
Young on 1st and 10. Here comes the screen for Etienne. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. Panthers moving quickly, trying to get set at the line.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the Bills' 43-yard
Yet
line.
again, Young. Look underneath here for Etienne. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. Now the Panthers decide to spend their 3rd and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Okay, ready?
Time not on their side here as they get set for 1st down. No timeouts remaining either.
Let's go now. Black 40. Set.
Here's Young again. Going deep here for the end zone. Oh, that would have been a big hitter. Just couldn't get possession inbounds.
You know what I like about this shot down the field, Kate? It keeps the defense honest. They know defensively, if we overcommit, we could get burned deep.
Big field goal try coming up here for Ryan Fitzgerald.
For the field goal.
The Bills are going to go ahead and call their first timeout. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
The Panther field goal. A 49-yard attempt.
That one is good. And barring the unexpected, that's going to be your game winner.
41.
Once again, they call on him,
38.
and once again, he delivers. Had to be
Ryan
so
Fitzgerald
confident
to
sending
kick
him
off
out there
for
that he was
Carolina.
going to win them this game, and he did just that.
And it goes
The
for a
Bills take
touchback,
over
so time
1st
enough
and
for
10
1, maybe
at their
2
own
final
20-yard
plays here.
line.
First call here coming from the shotgun.
Middle. Is that?
Working from the gun, it's Allen. Trying to push deep downfield. They don't connect there, and now just 3 seconds showing on the clock.
Intended for Josh Palmer.
No luck finding his receiver that time.
Covered
And it
by
sets up
J.C.
second
Horn.
down. They'll try again from the 20 after the incompletion.
Is that?
One final shot here. On the move, headed right. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. That one falls incomplete, but our attention's still behind the line. He got cleaned after that throw and drew the instant flag.
We are about 15 miles north of downtown Miami. This is Hard Rock Stadium here in South Florida. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Seattle Seahawks and the Miami Dolphins.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen. It is for real. Season begins here. It'll be a hot one, and off we go from Hard Rock Stadium. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but a very solid. Return.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 41-yard line.
They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10.
Ready.
They'll run here. This is Devon Achane. And this tackle there is pushed forward. It'll give him 4 yards.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical gain here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
Oh, in trouble, and down he goes.
Taken down and sacked.
DeMarcus Lawrence. He's into the sack column early in the season. A sack on this opening drive. This opening drive not going as scripted. It is 3rd and long.
70 Ranger, 70 Ranger.
Hey, I got him, man, I got him. Hey, just hold his hand. Put your hands on him.
Hill with to throw. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he will score. Bo Melton. Touchdown, Miami. And that is the way to start a game. Not just score, but Greg, score quickly. A nice opening drive for the first 6 points.
Well, it seems like the hour spent on that opening game script was time well spent. I mean, to take the ball right down the field that quickly right at the gates, it's a pretty good opening drive and an early 6 points.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Now, faking the give. Oh, a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. It's a pass you say he should have had.
Incomplete.
Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd
and 10 at the 35-yard line.
And once he got his head around, he realized he was in danger. I mean, luckily, he was able to get rid of that ball before it turned into a negative play.
2nd and 10. Back to throw. That's caught. And he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. And fortunately, one of his teammates there to save him. He'll wind up getting enough to pick up the first down.
On the play.
So even though they avoid the turnover, this is still a play that they're going to coach hard off of. They're going to bring guys into the meeting room next week and say, hey, guys, we're not always going to be so fortunate. The ball is not always going to bounce our way. Anybody who handles the ball from the center to the quarterback to any of the ball carriers, the most important aspect of team offense is protecting the ball at all costs.
And he will be out of bounds right around the 35.
18 more yards. That's
so they come to the line for first down and 10.
A gain of 18 on the play.
First carry now for Kenneth Walker. And he'll manage to pick up about 4.
Walker, the ball
Juju
carrier.
Brents in on the
He's brought
tackle.
down at the 31. 4 yards on the pickup. second and 6.
Here's second and 6.
Set. Hawk 7, 79 Broncos. Cut 19. Trap 60, trap 60. Ready.
He'll drop to throw.
That one's the second down pass.
Good coverage there. Uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up third down.
And that's exactly what every defense is trying to do in the passing game. They want to muddy up these windows, Mike, make every throw as contested as possible. No separation, contact right at the catch point, and does a great job forcing the incomplete pass.
And it looks like he's going to have the first down. What great work after the catch to extend the drive.
Seahawks.
This has been a really impressive drive, Mike, really from the start. And this is something defenses want to force offenses to do. Methodically work their way down the field, but they've been highly efficient, and now they get another first down.
On first and 10, they'll set up to throw. And he's out of bounds on the pass play, but that's good for 8 yards.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yards, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
From the gun, here's the give to Walker. And he will have the first down. Not a huge run, but enough to move the chains.
That's good.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. Second and short. Play action pass. You can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground. Play it safe. Pick up the first down.
Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain. They'll try again here. Second and 10.
Here we go. Set. Cougar 19.
Shotgun run now with Walker. And that's bottled up after a gain of a yard.
The tackle made at the 12-yard line. A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
Third, they need 8.
Pioneer. Here we go. Here we go. 19 tight. Bronco 8.
Now they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Kenneth Walker.
Incomplete.
And it's going to bring up fourth down.
Jason Myers for the Seahawks field goal. A 29-yard attempt.
It's good.
Is good.
And the Seahawks
makes the
on the
score.
board.
Dolphins
It's
7-3.
7-3.
Seahawks 3.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
On the return, here is Anias Smith. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Panther 60. Panther 60. Ready, ready.
Let's start on the ground. It's A-Chain. They can work on him quickly.
The ball carrier.
They'll only get a couple.
He was taken down by
in on the tackle.
A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7 at the 36-yard line.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's second and 7.
Get it. Check out.
He'll look to throw. He's got his tight end down the field. That's Njoku.
David Njoku.
And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
It's a gain of 23 yards.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it first and 10.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Bronco 80.
A run, and it's A-Chain. And he'll work his way down inside the 40. Foye Mafe in on the
39-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
Ready.
Ball on the 39. Here's second down and 7.
Ready. Viking 18.
This one complete to Melton. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
It's a gain of 11. And the Dolphins
First and 10.
first
19
down.
Lions.
First and 10 at the 27-yard
18.
line.
60 Bison. 60 Bison.
And that one is incomplete and brings us to the end of the first quarter of play. So, first quarter in the books here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. It's the Dolphins with the early lead. And we're back to South Florida after this.
On the double.
We'll try again. It's second and 10.
19. Let's go. Cougar 19. Go.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. And caught on the right side by Waddle.
Lacey's
Get
pass.
about 6 before
Complete to
he's
number
taken down.
17. Jalen
It
Waddle.
takes a certain guy in that slot
It's a gain of
position to be
6.
willing and able to
Makes
go
it
across the
third
middle of the
and
defense on
4.
those in-breaking routes.
Got it.
You
Ready?
can tell this guy, he doesn't care. He is fearless going across the middle.
Come on,
And he's
come
able
on.
to secure a nice catch.
Nice. Ready.
Quickly in the RPO, batting away.
Intended for Bo
And that's
Melton.
incomplete.
Incomplete.
They try to get the ball out quickly.
It's now fourth
Defense
down.
was ready, and it brings up fourth down.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there
60.
anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete.
Let's go now.
I think if he goes through his progressions and has a
80.
little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
Got his man at the 6. And he will get into the end zone. David Njoku. Touchdown, Dolphins.
You know, Mike, I think we're going to see a lot of this, and you know why? It's the new kickoff rule. So think about it. In the old days, you'd kick a field goal, you'd kick a touchback, and your opponent would have the ball on the
Jason
20.
Sanders
You didn't
for the
give up as
extra
much
point.
field position, but you only got 3 points. Nowadays, you go for 3 points.
Oh, a flip back to the kicker. It's a
The
fake.
conversion
And
is
this
no
is not
good
going to
on
come
the
close
fake
to
extra
fooling
point.
anyone. Hard to believe they thought that would work. It didn't. They come away with nothing on the extra point.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. And no chance to return
The
this one
Seahawks take over
through the
first
end
and
zone
10
for a touchback.
at their own 35-yard line.
Ready up. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. 79 Mustang 19. Come on, come on. Set. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Get up.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there.
On first
It's
down.
going to wind up incomplete. The
Intended for
pressure
number 82.
got to him that time.
Incomplete.
And it'll set up
Leads
second
to
down.
second and 10 at the
The whole idea
35-yard
of the
line.
play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out.
That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Matt Milano.
The
I think he
second
chalked
down
this one up,
pass.
Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller
Dolphins take
behind
over
center,
first and 10
you're going to have to deal
at
with
the
some of these ups and
38-yard
downs.
line.
70
Every
Rangers.
once in a while, they're just
70,
not going to
18
see the
Cardinal,
coverage.
18
They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They got it inside the 15.
A gain of 24 yards.
On the move at the
That's
14-yard
good
line.
for the
It's
Dolphins.
first and 10.
60
First
Bison.
and 10 at
60
the
Bison.
14-yard line.
Ready,
In the red zone now. He'll drop to throw. Quick throw, taken in.
Lacey's pass.
And he's close to another
Complete
first
to
down.
number 87.
Brought down just shy of
10
the marker.
yards on the pickup. It's second and inches at the 4-yard line.
70 Timberwolves. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
Throwing now from the gun. That is caught. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line.
Faster.
Enough to convert.
70.
It's going to be
70.
first and goal.
First down.
Ready.
Now this is going to be a good play from the goal line. He lost the football. It's out. And the Seahawks have come up with the recovery. So now then, first and goal from the 1.
Ready. Panther 60. Panther 60. Hot 70. Hot 70.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Clear down for no gain.
No gain on the play.
Got it. Ready.
Leads to
Another shot
second and
from the
goal.
1 on second and goal.
Here we go. Here we go.
And he is not going to get to the goal line. In fact, he's even going to lose
Jaron
yards
Reed
on that
on the
play.
tackle.
And now
A
it is
3-yard
third
loss on the play.
and goal.
It's third and goal.
In these goal-to-go situations backed up on your own goal line, Mike, what they teach the defense is it's your job to establish a new line of scrimmage, and that's exactly what they did here. Watch the push they get. The offensive line goes backwards, and they take the ball carrier down.
The quarterback keeps it on
And
the
this
option.
defense standing
Brought down
tall in the
behind the
red
line of
zone.
scrimmage.
They stop him
A
for no
loss of a
gain.
yard.
And now it's
Brings up
fourth and goal.
and goal.
That third down stop, Mike, now changes the entire approach of this offense. You're thinking to yourself, all right, it's third down. Let's run it on up in there. If we don't score, we still have fourth down in our back pocket. But now the defense takes you back for a loss. So what do you do now?
Mustang 19. Ready.
Now he'll work his way out right. That is incomplete. The defense coming up big in the red zone. It's a turnover on down.
These are the situations where, as an offense, you're trying to dial up your best play call to make sure this possession doesn't get wasted. But let's give credit to the defense. Big moment, big fourth down opportunity, and they're able to get off the field.
On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. And not much
Ken
there.
Walker, the ball
He's
carrier.
back to the original line. No gain on that.
on the tackle.
Not a great start
gain
by
on
this
the
running
play.
back here in the
Second
first half,
and
Mike.
10.
He had a fumble
At the
earlier.
4-yard line.
Now he struggles just to get back to the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to get more out of this run game as the rest of this game moves along.
From down near his goal line, he'll look to throw. Oh, here down the field.
Intended for Jackson
Incomplete.
Smith in Jigba.
Jackson Smith and Jigba,
Incomplete.
the intended receiver.
Brings up a third down.
And third down
10
coming up.
yards to go.
19 tight. 19 tight. 79 Bronco.
And that is incomplete.
And this
Intended for
passing game
Jackson
continues to
Smith in
come up
Jigba.
short these last couple
Incomplete.
plays. That's 2 consecutive
Michael
incompletions in a
Dixon
row.
to punt for
Now
the
they're staring
Seahawks.
fourth down right in the face.
On the return, it's Hill. And it's a good
Tyreek
return
Hill on
here.
the
He's going to
return.
set his guys
The
up
Dolphins take
with
over first and
outstanding
10
field position.
at the 37-yard line.
Ready up.
Ball rests at the 37.
Dragon
It's
60.
first and 10.
Tag. Tap. 60 Eagle. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. Ready up.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking down the field there,
Lacey's
but
pass.
it falls incomplete.
Intended
A bit
for
of a
David
pedestrian
Njoku.
game for this quarterback and
Brings
ultimately
up
this
second
passing
and
game here
10.
today, Mike. And
19
I know
tight,
they all would have
19
loved
tight.
to connect on that deep throw.
Here
I
we
think
go,
that
here we
stat
go.
sheet would have looked a
70
whole
range.
lot different, but
Panther 11.
just a little
18
off in their
Rattler.
execution
18
and
Rattler.
leads to an incompletion.
to the air again on 2nd and 10. That one down the field, but it is incomplete. He's looking for Devon Achane coming out of the backfield.
Brings up 3rd down,
and it's going to bring
10.
up a 3rd down.
When you air it out like that on these big shots downfield, they're not always high percentage plays. It takes a lot of things to line up timing-wise, location of the field, accuracy of the throw to result in those big plays. But I think they've got to continue to search for those and try to generate a little bit of spark. Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack. So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
Ready? Panther 60, Panther 60. 18, Pioneer.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. Left side, it's caught. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
19 yards.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
60 Mavericks, Dragon 60.
To the air now on 1st and 10. That's going to be intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Clemson. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Hey, ready? 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Mustang 19. Let's go.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. Exiting the pocket right. Escaping the danger. Throwing and completing. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line.
On the play.
That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Got it. Ready? 60 Maverick. 60. Let's go now. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Warrior 70. Ready?
That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
Intended for Bo Melton.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with the lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
Whoa! And he will win the race to the pylon. He's in. Devon Achane. Touchdown, Miami.
Dolphins.
Sanders here for the extra point.
Sanders for the extra point.
And now, will you look at this? It's a fake. And this is going to be caught in the end zone.
The fake extra
point. All the unlikely plays to see, it winds up being good for
Jason
2
Sanders
points.
to kick off for Miami.
After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. Now return coming from the 7. He'll get this past the 20 before he put down shy of the 25-yard line.
23-yard line.
operating from their own 23. They'll begin 1st and 10.
70 Lions.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. Oh, the struggles continue. Another interception. Picked off by Peter Kohu.
For these young rookie quarterbacks, every snap in the NFL is an opportunity to have a lesson learned. And sometimes the lessons come a little bit harder than others. In this case, they kind of fool them with their blitz package. It's a little bit more complex at the NFL level than it is necessarily in college. And I think he just got a first-hand taste of just how fast this pressure can get on you. And sometimes when it speeds up that clock, you can make a bad throw.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
On the ground, here is H.N. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
At the 34-yard line.
Here's
A
2nd
gain of
and
9.
18 Rattler.
Brings
18
up
Rattler.
2nd and 9.
19 Lions. Let's go.
Off-road, right side, taken by Njoku. And he's in. David Njoku. Touchdown, Dolphins. What a start to the game. His 2nd touchdown in this opening half. The extra point by Sanders is good. And the Dolphins add on one more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead.
3. Jason
After the
Sanders to
touchdown,
kick
Myers
off
is
for
back
Miami.
to boot this one away. Showing off the big leg.
Seahawks take
Didn't
over
want to
1st
defend the
and
return,
10
so this ball
at their own
going to be spotted
35-yard
at the
line.
35-yard line.
On the set. Come on. 60 Bobcats. 60 Bison. 60, 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers.
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw in the pass is incomplete.
All these defensive linemen, I promise you, they all want sacks. That is how you get paid. That is how you make your name. But it's also the other plays where you can affect the quarterback. Can you make them feel uncomfortable? Or in this case, you don't get the sack, but it was the hit that's able to alter the pass to fall incomplete. 3rd and long obviously isn't an ideal situation to be in offensively. It makes you very predictable, which then places a ton of stress on your offensive line and your quarterback. So they've got to start being more productive in these early downs.
Oh, he's going to be fouled and taken down. They've got him.
The quarterback sack.
Here's Michael Dixon now.
Dixon
As he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll be brought down. Short return.
The Dolphins
And they'll
take
take
over
over
1st and
there.
10 at their own 31-yard line.
Let's go. Go check. Cowboy 80. Ready, right?
Right away, they'll try a jet sweep. And this defense having nothing of it. They get him down for a loss on the play.
Down by Boye Mafe. A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 29-yard line.
So we are at halftime, and Greg and I will be back right after this. It's the National Football League on EA Sports.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The 3rd quarter is underway. This will be returned from the 6. And it'll be brought down past the 25.
Take over 1st
Decent
and
field
10
position to start this drive.
27-yard line.
On the jump. Panther 11. Panther. Here we go. Set. Panther 6. 79 Broncos. Chase it. Steady.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. the drive. First down.
That's good for a Seahawks first down. It's a gain of 25 yards. And the Seahawks first down.
Let's go. Cowboy 80. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
They'll look to throw. There's to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Intended for Kenneth Walker.
It's just a matter of time. I don't care how good you are or how good a hand you have. You are going to drop passes. It is inevitable in the NFL. But it's the guys that don't let one drop pass lead to two. They have the ability to put it behind them, move forward, and they can't wait for that next ball to be thrown their way.
Open man, the tight end, straight down the field. And he's in! Elijah Arroyo. Touchdown, Seattle.
Seahawks.
Jason Myers on to attempt the extra point.
For the extra point.
He's got it.
The kick
and the
is
Seahawks
good.
are able to cut into
Makes
the deficit.
score Dolphins 31, Seahawks 10. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 5. And he's brought down
The
right
Dolphins
at
take
the
over first and
25-yard
10
line.
at their own 25-yard line.
On the ready. Ready. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal.
They'll look to throw here on first down. The throw here is complete. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
It's a
From
gain
the
of 7.
32-yard line
Brings up
now,
second
here's second and 3.
at the 32-yard line.
Franco 80.
He'll drop to throw. Now a screen set up for Achane. That one way
Lacy's
too slow in
pass.
developing. They
Complete
rally to
to
the ball to
Devon
get their
Achane.
man, and it's no
It's a
gain.
gain of a yard.
Here's
Brings up
third
third
and 2.
down and 2.
Ready. Cougar 19. 70. Buffalo 18.
No.
Now they'll set up to throw. This one deep and looking for Melton. And he will go all the way. Melton, touchdown Miami. 2 touchdowns for him now in the afternoon. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Jason
And it's really
Sanders
just a
for the
great
extra
route,
point.
Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up
Makes
and
the
finish the
score
play
Dolphins
and find himself
38,
in the end zone.
Seahawks 10. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. This one is
The
going to
Seahawks
sail
take
through
over
the end
first
zone
and 10
for a touchback.
at their own 35-yard line.
Trap 60. Go. 60 Vice. Mustang 19. 19 Lion. Ready.
On first and 10, they'll set up to throw. It'll be Smith and Jigba bringing it in. They will bring him down on the other side
A
of
gain of
midfield.
24 yards.
An ideal
And the
beginning to
Seahawks
this drive.
first down.
24 on the first play.
24-yard gain on the play.
We spent so much
First
time
down,
talking about
Seahawks.
arm strength, and while that certainly has a place in the conversation, look at the touch of this ball, Mike. It's a deep corner route. This ball needs to have the right pace, the right trajectory to not only get it over the second-level defenders, but get that ball down into the hands of his target. He makes it look a lot easier than it actually is.
They'll
The
get
first
about
down
4 here
pass.
as he is taken
Complete
down.
to Ken Walker.
Quarterback knew the blitz was coming. You could hear him pre-snap communicating with the guys up front, but sometimes it's just the perfect defensive call, and there weren't enough blockers to account for all the rushers. He had to get the ball out quick, and thankfully for him, he got it out just in the nick of time.
And will move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
Seahawks. First down.
First catch for him on this new season, and it results in a first down.
Seattle.
Rookie to rookie right there, Mike. And I'll tell you what, they've got some really good young pieces on this roster.
That one knocked away. And it's incomplete.
Intended for Torrey
Solid
Horton.
right there for this corner, Mike. I mean, to stay disciplined with his technique throughout the entire play. So often we see when the ball's put in the air, the defender can panic, and they either get a pass interference or they misplay the ball.
He's in. Elijah Arroyo. Touchdown, Seahawks.
Touchdown, Seahawks.
His second touchdown of the afternoon.
Jason
The point after
Myers
try
for the extra
from
point.
Myers. It's up
The kick
and
is
good.
good.
And the
Makes
Seahawks
the
are
score
able to
Dolphins
edge a bit
38.
closer.
Seahawks 17. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here's Smith to return it. Now an opening pass to 30.
Anias Smith
Good return,
on
but
the
he
return.
pays the price
The
at the
Dolphins
end.
take over
Picked
first
up
and 10
and thrown down.
at their own 33-yard line.
Tag!
On the ground to start the drive, it's Achane. And he'll get about 6 there,
Achane, the ball carrier.
setting up second down.
He was taken down by Boye Mafe. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4 at the 39-yard line.
Back to throw. This one complete to Melton. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. 6 catches for
It's
him
a
in the
gain of
ballgame now.
22
And this one's
yards.
good for a first down.
That's good for a Dolphins.
And another
first
great
down.
throw. And I'll tell you what, Mike, so far today,
First and
this
10
certainly
at
does
the
not look
39-yard
like a
line.
rookie quarterback. I mean, he is in complete control of this offense.
Cowboy 8. Ready?
Now a little pop pass. And that'll stretch him out to the sideline, but he'll be taken down for a loss.
Nick Emanwari on the stop. Tackled back at the 41-yard line.
After the loss of 3, it is second and 13.
Here we go. Here we go. Panther 60.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just
Intended
couldn't
for
deliver
Tyreek
that
Hill.
one the way he wanted to. Not
Incomplete.
really sure if there was much there
Okay,
anyway.
ready?
Third down
We do know
and 13.
it'll be third down.
7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Let's go now. 70 Timberwolves. Let's go.
He'll look to throw. There's a short throw caught by
Lacy's
Njoku.
Complete
And
to
a
David
good short
Njoku.
tackle right there.
A
It
gain
stops
of
him a
5.
good distance
It's
short of the
fourth
marker.
down.
It sets
Jason
up fourth
Sanders
down.
for the Dolphin field goal. A 53-yard attempt.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Dolphins
Makes the
add
score
on to their
Dolphins
lead.
41. Seahawks
I think at this point
17.
in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
And that one is through the back of the
Seahawks
end
take
zone.
over
It
first
is a
and 10
touchback.
at their own 35-yard line.
Hold it ready. Buffalo 18. Here we go. Set. Cowboy 19. Lion. Come 19. Come 19.
Throwing now on first and 10. Have a man open. That's Smith and Jigba. It'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 25
How
yards
about
on the
25
play.
yards to
And
start the drive?
First down.
Nice way to start the
First
drive
and
here.
10
Really
at the
good protection
40-yard
by the
line.
guys up front. Good decision by the quarterback to find his read. Ball's accurate, ball's on time. Now they're able to start this drive and get on the move the right way.
And for the fourth time today, he has been intercepted. Picked off by Mika Fitzpatrick.
Intercepted.
This is something we see so often
The
out of these
Dolphins
young
take over
quarterbacks,
first
Mike,
and
is
10
their inability
at
to
their own
manipulate
22-yard
the defense. They kind of telegraph where they're going to go with their ball, with their eyes. And I'd love to see him the next time when he gets to the top of his drop. Look off the safety. Hold some of the underneath defenders from where you ultimately know you want to go with the ball. A lot of that just comes with experience, and sometimes you got to gain that experience the hard way.
Ready, set.
From the 31, here comes a second and a
It's a
yard.
gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard at the 31-yard
They'll stay on the
line.
ground with Achane. Oh, yeah. And he's going to be close to the first down. Out of bounds, just a little short. We'll need to pick it up on third down. He'll try and run it here. It's Achane. And he's going to lose yardage here. That's the way they'll switch ends as this third quarter has come to an end. Punt team comes out. Dolphins going to kick it away. He's inside the 40. And it's a very nice return.
The Seahawks take
Giving
over
the offense
first
a
and 10
short field.
at the 24-yard line.
The run up the middle, it's Walker. And he's able to fight through one tackle here. Pick up about 3. Second down
at the
coming up.
21-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now second and 6.
Go! 19 tight. 19, 70, Timber.
He's got it inside the 5.
Elijah,
And he's got another one. Elijah Arroyo. Touchdown, Seattle. What a start to the season. It's a 3-touchdown week number 1. Touchdown here in the fourth quarter, Greg. They have a big mountain to climb, but at least they're technically still alive in this one.
And now, Mike, we're going to see them line up to go for 2. They're going to see if they can get this lead down to 16 points and still give them a chance to fight back here late in the fourth quarter.
The Seahawks will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That
The
is
two-point
incomplete. And the 2-point conversion
The score
is
Dolphins
unsuccessful.
41. Seahawks 23. Michael
Down 3
Dixon to
scores,
kick off
and it's
for
late. They're
Seattle.
going to need a few bounces to go their way. They'll start right here trying to get an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
You have no choice. You find yourself down big here late in the fourth quarter, Mike. You got nothing to lose. Give it a shot. Nice job here by the hands team recovering. They're going to take over possession.
Let's go now. Cowboys, go.
From the 50, he'll set up to throw. Sending it deep for Waddle. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it
A
inside
gain
the
of
15.
39 yards.
It's
And the
another
Dolphins
big play in a
first
game
down.
that's had its share.
First and
39
10
yards.
at the 11-yard line.
Hut, hut.
First and 10. D-10. And that'll be a pickup of 3.
He's tackled at the 7-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
Ready,
On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. He brings it in, the tight end, Joe.
Well, I can promise you one thing. That's certainly not how that play was drawn up. I thought he did a nice job initially buying about as much time as he could, but
70 Ranger,
realized there was
70
nothing
Ranger.
downfield developing, and he had to throw it short and didn't get anything positive.
Ready.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. In trouble, and down he goes.
By Byron Murphy. A loss of 5.
Working his way in to register his first sack of the new season.
Sanders on for the field goal.
3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Dolphins will extend their lead.
Seahawks 23.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Now, faking the give. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage.
Incomplete from
It'll bring up
contact.
second down.
Leads to
They
second
nearly
and 10
connected on the big
at
play downfield, but he's not quite able to hold on to that ball through the contact. You can chalk that one up as a win defensively.
Let's go now. Ready.
They were with Walker. And not much there. Good defense. No to no gain.
Taken down right at the
When you look throughout this game, Mike, I don't think there's even a debate. This defensive line has clearly won the battle at the line of scrimmage over this offensive line. And for an offense that wants the run game to be such a critical element to its plan, they've got to do a better job because there's nowhere to run. There's no holes for the back to find. And all these zero or negative runs are putting them in some really bad spots. And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and the pass. Make that play for your offense.
Intended for number 82.
You find yourself down big. It's the fourth quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
Bronco 80. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. 19 tight, 19, 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
Hey, black left, no good, no good.
Let's go.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
Here we go, shot. Mustang, 60 by 6. Panther 11, Panther 11. Ready.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Over the middle, it's taken in by Waddle. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside
the 10. It's a gain of 27 yards.
His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
First down.
Ball sitting at the 7.
Goal at the 7-yard line.
Let's go. Cowboy 80. Ready.
Trying to set the screen there, but that's going to be incomplete. Good work. Got in there defensively, gummed up the works a little bit. And it'll bring up second down.
Second and goal.
Here we go, here we go. Check out.
Here's a give to Achane. And he will score. Touchdown, Dolphins. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. The extra point by Sanders is good. And the Dolphins will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. And no chance to return this one.
First and
Through
10.
the end zone for a touchdown.
35-yard line.
From the 35, it's first and 10.
Viking 18. Warrior 70. Motion.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
At the 35-yard line.
Based on the routes downfield, it looked like the protection was designed to give the quarterback a little bit more time to wait for things to uncover downfield. So give credit up front to the defensive line. Immediate pressure early speeds up the quarterback's clock. He's got no choice than to get rid of it, probably a little bit earlier than he would have preferred.
Back to the air once more on second down. Jalen Phillips starting the season with a bang. His second sack in the season opener.
The defensive coaches, they preach all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
Throwing now on third and long. Going left side down the field, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
A gain of 21
first and 10.
And the Seahawks first down.
70 Lions. Mustang 19. Let's go.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. And they will finally run him down.
Elijah Arroyo.
It's another big play in a game that's had its
It's a
share.
gain of 33
yards.
That's another Seahawks first down. A gain of 33 yards on the play. First down, Seahawks.
Cup 19. Shut up. 69. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. Check out. Roll up.
They'll look to throw. That is hauled in at the 5.
16 more yards.
And he is out of bounds.
Another Seahawks.
That's a gain of 16 yards.
First and goal,
and it sets
Seattle.
up first and goal. So that is what you want. I know sometimes it takes time, but they do get it right. And this call will stand. And he's going to be knocked down behind the line.
Minka
Down from
Fitzpatrick
the
on
7,
the tackle.
it's second and goal.
Loss of 3 brings up second and goal at the 7-yard line.
This one caught at the 4. And he's so close to the goal line. Couldn't get that ball extended. They keep him out.
6-yard
And it
gain.
sets up third
Brings
and
up
goal.
third and goal.
He'll drop the throw. This one incomplete. It is batted away in the end zone.
Intended for Torrey
And now
Horta.
it's fourth down.
Incomplete.
And while this
Brings
one
up
is all
fourth
but
and
over,
goal.
these guys aren't going to let up one bit. They have a lot of pride in their performance, Mike. And just because they have this big lead, they're not going to give you anything easy here down the stretch.
Now the Dolphins going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with a minute 4 left to go in the game.
Okay.
Field goal not going to help much at this point. They've got to go for it on 4th and goal.
Here we go. Set. 60 Eagles. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Chap 60. Chap 60. Buffalo 18. 79
defense coming up big in the red zone. It's a turnover on down.
Incomplete.
So I'm not sure if this is miscommunication or just bad execution, but either way, it is a ball that just needs to be completed. I mean, it's fourth down, money moment. You've got to be good in these critical situations, and when there's opportunities for plays to be made, you got to make them.
70 Ranger, 70 Ranger, go!
Back to throw here to begin the drive. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
60 Maverick, 60 Shahadi, Viking 18, Mustang 19. Chop 60, chop 60. Ready,
Throwing again from his own end zone. Open man downfield, Tyreek Hill. They get 25
it's
on
a gain
that
of
connection.
25 yards
First down,
on the play.
Miami.
And the Dolphins first down.
Let's go.
First and 10 at the 26-yard
the
line.
middle with Achane. That's the way you want to run on first down.
The ball
A
carrier.
gain of 7.
He's tackled at the 34-yard
Here's
line.
second and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2.
Now they'll set up to throw. This one deep and looking for Melton. And he'll dive forward here. Back on even more yardage to the end of this one. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. The gain is 64
at the 2-yard line.
So, fins up. It's a win for the Dolphins. They move to 1-0.